Talk 1580. Dominique DiPrima here. I'm being joined this morning by my friend and colleague. She's developed a strong national following for her willingness to tell it like it is on uncomfortable or hard to discuss issues around race, politics, and society. She's proud of her reputation for bringing attention to stories and issues that have gone underreported, overlooked, or just ignored. She is a popular commentator on local and cable television news, where she challenges and shapes public opinion. Her work was named she was named Out Magazine's Journalist of the Year, one of Essence Magazine's 25 Women Shaping the World, and one of LA's Most Fascinating Angelinos by LA Weekly. She is a political strategist and a journalist. Jasmyne Cannick, good morning.
Good morning, Dominique.
Damn
it, you were playing my song.
We did that for you. We specifically did that. That was your walk-on music.
Yes, I love it.
So, yeah, you do talk about a lot of things that people don't want to talk about. And I should mention that you're a fashionista also, and a pop culture expert, advocate, whatever, right?
I don't know about an expert, but I definitely love fashion. That is absolutely true. It has nothing to do with anything else, right? That's such a first world thing. But I think we all got to have hobbies, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. But you've also been really, sort of transparent, upfront about your own, issues with body image and what they call now body positivity. You used to do a weight loss journal.
No, I've been upfront with being fat. Okay, let's put it in plain language. With being fat, it is still okay to say that. I'm talking about myself. Yes, I have. And we've been friends for a long time, too many years to name on the radio. And so you have seen me go up and go down and go up and stay up.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to bring it back down, right? It's just this constant struggle that I think we all have, except for you, because you always look good.
Well, okay. Yeah, thank you. But I too struggle. Because I think you always look good too. It's all about how we see ourselves, right? More than how other people see us. Every day I have to get up and be on YouTube. I'm like, oh God, I look terrible. Ask Miles. All I do is complain. Take the picture again. Take it again. Take it again. Take it again. So yeah, it's beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and when we're looking at ourselves, we usually don't see it.
No, we don't. We definitely don't. And I mean, I just think that particularly my thing for me at my age that will not be mentioned over the air is that we struggle, particularly the work I do in politics, right? Because politics, people say, oh, it's about the work that you do and this and that. No, it's also about how you look. We still vote on people. We still select people. We still like people based on how they look. Why do you think they spend $1 gazillion on barbers and $1 gazillion on red ties and blue ties and this suit and that suit,
right?
And as you know, when you're in the public eye, you're in the public eye.
Hello.
So you
yeah.
open yourself. Open yourself up to be judged, to be criticized. I mean, I get my fair share of fat black emails and DMs and comments from people every single week. Like I'm used to it. I do. I honestly.
Wow, that blows my mind. I did not know. Because I'm sitting here saying, well, I think I look ugly, and that's true, but I've never had that. I've never had to, I had one lady telling me I should go get some Botox because nobody wants to look at your wrinkles every day, but I've never had to consistently deal with, like, you're fat, or you're this, or you're that. That's crazy. How do you deal with that?
I don't. I just keep on going. And I think, for me, that's how I deal with it. It's like, okay, that's your opinion. You clearly have way too much time on your hands because you took the time to send me this hateful message. Sometimes I share them on social media. Sometimes I don't. But I just keep on pushing. I'm like, no, I'm going to do me. because I've learned, and some things you can only learn with age, right, Dominique?
Yeah, baby.
That your opinion has no influence on my bank account, who pays me, my well-being. I'm not about to get all bent out of shape over some anonymous person on the internet telling me that I'm fat and ugly. I'm just not, because for every person that sends me one of those messages, I have women and men who send me other messages that are quite the opposite. And my favorite ones are for women who are just like, thank you for wearing that, or thank you for saying that, because now I feel like I can do it too, or I'm not going to be so scared to wear that bikini or wear that outfit because I
yeah, because Jasmine will post some swimsuit photos of herself in a heartbeot.
But not like Lizzo. Let's be clear.
Yeah, no, not butt in your face, not that.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, so that brings us to the question of Lizzo. Because for me,
yes.
like, I have issues with Lizzo, and I always have, but I always felt, I feel a way about talking about it because she is a plus size or, big girl, fat person, and I don't feel like it's my lane to be criticizing her in a sense. But I feel like even though she gets a ton of criticism, true, I've seen it. I've seen people calling her fat and ugly and all kinds of things. I also think she gets a lot of accolades and a lot of fame because there's, number one, rightly so, representation matters, and people want to see big people, right? Famous and doing the things she does. But number two, because of the body positivity movement, like, okay, I like her lyrics. To me, she ain't a great singer. I think she gets a bit of a pass because of her body positivity vibe.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing, and this really doesn't go for just Lizzo, it goes for everyone. When you step into the public, you're going to deal with the court of public opinion.
Right.
Some days it's going to be good. Some days it's going to be bad. You don't get to choose that you get only positive comments or only positive feedback from folks. The only way you get to choose that is you stay off of social media.
Right.
So if you decide to engage in social media, you're going to get everything. And we don't have social media platforms that are positive vibes only. You get what you get. And if you cannot handle it, you should not be on social media.
Well, you said in your article, the internet always wins.
The internet does always win. I swear to God, the internet always wins. I can't tell you how many hours I lose from going down the rabbit hole of social media. So I have to literally not look at my phone until like in the evening sometimes because I cannot, because the internet does always win. So just to back up folks who are listening, Lizzo had posted last Friday that she was quitting. It was this very sort of weird, sort of secretive, like, I just can't take it anymore. I'm tired of being, the brunt of jokes and all of, just that she ended it with she was quitting. And so I wrote an op-ed about that just because I wanted us to have a real conversation about what it means to engage on social media. And that no one owes us anything. When we put ourselves out there, just like when I put my op-ed out there, I got a ton of feedback of people like right on, and I got a ton of feedback of people like, how dare you? I can't believe you're talking about Lizzo like that, even though I didn't talk about Lizzo. I talked about social media.
No, you really didn't.
Today, no, I didn't. And I'm a fan of Lizzo to a certain extent. I'm not a fan of, what she did at the Laker game and all that. But yesterday, Lizzo came out, and now she's saying, she wants to clarify it, and she's not going to give, she's quit, her quote is, I quit giving any negative energy attention. First of all, let's be clear, and I hate to do this, but I'm going to do it. We know good and well what she meant on Friday. I'm sure the record company, her clothing line folks, people must have got to her and said, this is how you sell. You cannot leave social media. So she's cleaning it up and coming back and saying she has decided to quit giving any negative energy attention. I don't know that she ever did give negative energy attention because, as you pointed out, Dominique, that has always been her brand. It's like, yes, I know I'm a big girl and I'm going to still wear this outfit, still twerk, still do all of these things. In fact, people who saw her on tour, love the fact that all of her dancers were also plus size, right? And we won't get into the lawsuit and all of that.
We won't?
But,
yeah.
Well, we could, but it's, here's the thing. That's her brand. That's what she's known for.
Her brand is IDGAF, right?
It sure is.
I'm
and that's
that
what I
B.
said.
I'm that B.
In every lyric of every song. And so when you come now and tell your fans, well, guess what? You know, I guess I really do care. I guess I really do care, and it's hurting my feelings, and I can't take it anymore. Yeah, we have sympathy. I definitely have sympathy for you, but to a certain extent, sweetheart, because you signed up for it, just like all of us signed up for it. Look, you and I grew up during an era when social media was pulling out the photo album and flipping the pages, okay? You know,
right.
might be so fun, so happy that there's no, like, real videos of the stuff we used to get up to.
Same. Ooh, yes. Grateful. Yes, indeed.
We don't know a life where we base our self-worth on how many views, posts, or likes we get on something. I post stuff and don't get any likes. Do you think that it stops my day? Do you think that I'm over there crying about to commit suicide because I don't have people looking at my posts on social media? But we live in a society now where we have generations of people who actually do base their self-worth off of the responses that they get on social media.
Yeah, and that's true. And I guess I have a limited amount of sympathy too, because not only are you on social media, you're showing your whole ass. You know what I mean? It's not like you're not just like, oh, they don't like me because I'm fat. You're showing your whole behind. You know what I'm saying? Even Kim Kardashian, when she does that, well, you have to go pay for that. But if she do that, she's going to even get criticism for that. And she pays a pretty penny to have the photogenic booty, you know, with no bumps, lumps, or stretch marks. You know, she done gotten sliced and diced to perfection, and she still gets criticism. So to me, there's an ancient African saying, West African saying, only a fool shows his ass, and he is crazy.
Oh, there's this old black American Christian saying that goes, they even talked about Jesus. So I don't know I don't even know why she thinks that she's above Jesus, because if people talk about Jesus, of course, they talk about me. They talk about you, Dominique.
Of course they do.
People are always going to talk. That's what we do. But as an entertainer, and I was trying to make this point in my piece, and I think it went over some folks' head, because they were just like, oh, you know, social media is not the reason Lizzo's famous. It absolutely is the reason she's famous. Was she talented? She absolutely is talented. There's a difference between talented and being talented and knowing that you're talented. There are a bunch of talented people walking around right now. We don't know anything about them. Social media made Lizzo. Did her talent help? It absolutely did. Did it help that she was willing to pull off her pants and show her butt, and she wanted to twerk and do all these things? That added to her fame. And for her to walk away from it and blame social media, blame the same platform that actually brought her the gazillions that she has, I just think we need to have a conversation about that, because no one owes anyone anything on social media. I wish everyone was nice and polite on social media. And while I'm wishing, I also wish that people would learn how to spell words with more than 3 letters on social media before they post stuff. But do we get what we want? Every day it's a new acronym. Do we get what we want on social media? No, so when you engage in it, you have to take what you get. I ask for it every time I post something. When I posted an outfit yesterday for one of these clothing lines I work with, there's a good chance that somebody was going to say, that's an ugly blouse on you, or you look horrible in that picture. And you know what? If they did, I'd have read it. Okay, that's your opinion, and I would have kept moving, because I asked for it. I put myself out there. People got mad at the photo I used for my op-ed, and I said, let's get something straight. Jasmine didn't steal that photo out of Lizzo's phone. That is a picture that she likes. She posted the picture.
Yeah, that's a picture with her wearing the Prince pants, kind of, only squatting.
No, well, that one, but on the op-ed, I used the one where she's in a thong.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, it's the effect of, the whole.
But that's her photo. Jasmine didn't steal that photo. I didn't make that photo up. That is the actual photo that she brought up.
Like Terry says in the chat on YouTube, that she calls that a black moon. Um, that's one of the Black Moon photos, I guess.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I personally would never have I don't have it in me to take photos like that. Like, I struggle just to take the ones that I do take in my swimsuit. And even when I was posting my swimsuit photos, and I usually do those over the summer, I did get a lot of hate. I even had older Black women calling me on the phone asking me if I was okay. Why am I posting photos in a bathing suit? I'm in politics. I shouldn't be doing that.
They're Playboy, not hustler. I mean, you know what I mean? They're tasteful.
I mean,
Your
think
pictures,
they are.
yeah, they're tasteful. Yeah.
but apparently others don't, and I literally would get messages from my elders in the community about not
you had an
doing that.
intervention. You got an intervention.
Yes, yes, is Jasmine okay? And it's like, I'm human too. I wear bathing suits. Why can't you take a picture?
And why can't you be a politician and a model? I mean, why not?
Well, you can. If you're not a Black woman, you absolutely can.
Okay, gotcha.
You absolutely can do all those things, but we are scrutinized differently. And so, I'm not buying it, Lizzo. I tell Lizzo, I'm not buying it. I swear to you all, when there's a new album, a new single, a new piece of clothing from Yiddy, she will be right back on social media. She's already inching her way back with the post she made yesterday about clarifying it. I'm telling you, because that is what made her.
Yeah.
And let me also just say,
okay, hold that thought. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. We'll get to that when we come forward. You're welcome in the conversation. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
The station you turn to when you've had it up to gear with cultural incompetence. KBLA Talk 1580.
We must understand the politics of our community, and we must know what politics is supposed to produce.
This election year, KBLA Talk 1580 is the place for politics, unapologetically progressive politics. And we've got two of the best and brightest to help you cut through all the noise. Weekdays at 1 p.m., it's A More Perfect Union with Dr. Corte. And at 4 p.m., it's Areva Martin in Real Time. He's the university professor and distinguished member of the White House Correspondents Association. She's a best-selling author and Harvard-trained civil rights lawyer. And they are both here every day to help guide you through all the this year, because you know it's going to get deep. Get your politics on weekday afternoons at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. with A More Perfect Union, hosted by Dr. Corte and Areva Martin in Real Time, only on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your flag.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep, so you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free falling starfish thing, your burrito in a blanket with the AC blasting thing, while Always night pads with rapid dry technology do their. We've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep freely with a heavy flow thing. Find Always pads at your local Target store or online.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DiPrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Okay, we're talking with Jasmyne Cannick, a political strategist. She's actually a member of the LA County Democratic Central Committee. I never get the name right, but she's basically a delegate, okay, for the LA County Democratic Party. But a popular culture journalist, along with political journalist. You know, you said hold that thought. I want to go right there because I don't want you to forget what you were about to say.
but I already did.
Oh, no. Well, I got questions. I got questions. So if you forgot, I got something else
Yeah,
for
you
you.
go ahead, and when it comes back, I'm gonna let you know.
Right. So, you know, basically what Lizzo did is she said, I quit. Some people thought she meant about music altogether, some meant social media. And now I'm going to put air quotes around clarifying that
Backtracking.
yeah, backtracking, backpedaling, going, wait a minute, that's how I make all my money. That's why I'm rich. She's not ending her musical career. She said she meant she's not going to give any negative attention, whatever that means. Okay, so I think, you said we're not going to talk about the dancers, the lawsuit, but the thing to me is she's done this whole, really built a career on body positivity, on being a big woman,
Yes.
doing all the things that we have been taught that big women shouldn't do, which is fine, and I think it's great. But at the same time, this guy, Ben Frank, in the chat made a point that he's did it much better than I've been trying to say all along, which he said, big or skinny, health is most important. To me, there's something in that whole body positivity, I'm big, all my dancers are big, we're glorifying big, that ignores the fact that, breast cancer and, cardiovascular problems, heart disease, stroke are more indicated when you're obese.
Okay, look, I struggle with my weight, as you know. I have, and no shame in my game, I have been on Ozempic for like a year. So that I was pre-diabetic. And like, when I say pre-diabetic, I was practically a diabetic. And my doctor made a suggestion, and it actually worked. And I got my A1C down, and I'm back on the tennis court. And I feel like I am a lot more healthier, right? I don't want to be skinny, but I do want to be healthy. I've never looked at Lizzo and thought there are some people who post on social media who are plus size and big with buckets full of chicken eating like it's nobody's business.
Right.
And they are literally promoting, do what you want to do, blah, blah, blah. What I've always gotten from Lizzo, and one of the things that attracted me to her, was that she was basically like, I'm a big girl. I'm still going to wear cute outfits, and I'm not going to allow myself just to wear muumuus or just to wear black or just to wear certain type of outfits that people think women my size should wear. Where we parted ways was twerking, and showing our butt and as I like to joke around on social media, say, if my grandmother were alive and we were talking about this, I'd say, Grandma, they're getting the milk for free. And she'd say, yes, baby, they're getting the milk for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and that's where me and her part ways. And we can, the conversation around health, and people get mad when they find out people are on Ozempic. Oh, you shouldn't be on Ozempic. You're taking it away from people who are, first of all, not taking it away from nobody because we're paying for it. But do you want us to be healthy or do you not want us to be healthy? I look around LA, particularly in the political scene. I can tell you who's on Ozempic. I won't do it on the radio, but I can tell you who's been on Ozempic and who
It's not just the political scene, Katy Perry. I mean, it's everywhere. All of a sudden, everybody's real skinny.
Everybody's. Yes, we are getting healthy. That's what I call it, getting healthy.
Okay, all right. I mean, and I think that that's fair. I don't begrudge people their Ozempic. The only reason I'm mad about it is because restaurants are closing, and I like, I'm a foodie. I'm greedy. I like to eat, but I'm that girl that will eat everything in the house and then,
and it never shows on you. And I don't understand
and I'll hike because I'll hike for 2 hours and go lift weights. I work out 5 to 6 days a week. It's not mysterious. And then most of what I eat is vegetables. But then when you see me, I'm like doing 3 plates of shrimp and grits and chicken and this and that. But that's not all the time. That's just how I wish I could eat all the time.
I mean, I think Lizzo did do. I gotta give it to her on at least this point. She did help push women who are bigger to be more, I think, more visible and more proud of who we are. And let's be clear, I have never in my life watched an episode of My 600 Pound Life and seen a single person.
I've seen that post and I hate it because it is true.
It's true.
But but there's no arguing that those are codependent relationships for sure. But they're relationships, and it's more than I got. So yeah.
Thank you, and it's more than I got, right? So I'm always like, well, Jasmine.
Well, Dominique, maybe you should put on a few pounds. Yeah. Look, it's new time for news, traffic, and sports. I'm talking with Jasmyne Cannick. And hopefully you'll remember your point. But the logical next conversation is about body neutrality. Lizzo. Now supposedly on a weight loss journey and talking about body neutrality. Is this a sellout move or is it logical? 800-920-1580. We are unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
I'm Mike Moore. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. President Joe Biden is set to talk about his record on healthcare today at the White House. He'll be speaking at an event from the White House today where he will outline his goal to lower healthcare costs. Independent Senator Bernie Sanders is also expected to speak at that event. NFL African-American star Rashee Rice is now admitting he was involved in a Texas car crash over the weekend. TMZ Sports reports the Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver was driving a Lamborghini that was involved in a crash that injured several people on a Dallas highway Saturday. A lawyer for the car rental company that owns the Lamborghini claims Rice sent a text message shortly after the wreck acknowledging that he was involved and promising to pay for the car. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Moore from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Is this the time? This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Lakers continue to look like a team tuning up for the playoffs. They won by 17 at Toronto Tuesday night. The Lakers are 7-1 in their last 8 games and are 10 games over 500 for the first time since May 12, 2021 in the COVID season. D'Angelo Russell led the Lakers with 25 points. LeBron had 23 and 9 assists. The Lakers are at Washington tonight. The Clippers lost at Sacramento by 14. Kawhi Leonard did not play. He's got soreness in his right knee. Russell Westbrook led the Clippers with 20 off the bench. The Angels and Dodgers got a win yesterday. The Angels won in Miami. The Dodgers beat the Giants at home. Monday night's Iowa-LSU showdown was the highest-rated telecast in the history of NCAA women's basketball, regular season or postseason. The game drew an average audience of 12.3 million viewers on ESPN. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
There are many healthcare organizations serving our community. Not all are dedicated to community partnerships that educate, build trust, inspire hope, and improve outcomes. Providence has a robust community outreach program and has dedicated $50 million over the next 5 years to support organizations addressing health disparities in local communities of color. Examples of this commitment include the Biddy Mason Community Wellness Center on the First AME campus, providing medical screenings, mental health therapy, nutrition, and culturally sensitive holistic classes. The Black Mamas Glowing Peer Support Group that focuses on maternal mental health, birth planning, and social support. Providence is committed to building trusted partnerships with community organizations to better understand and dismantle structural, racial, and cultural barriers to better health. During Minority Health Month, Providence is sponsoring Health for a Better World. Informative conversations with Providence health professionals on Urban Family Focus every Saturday in April at 7 a.m. To find a Providence Health System facility near you, log on to providence.org.
I'm going out with the girls this weekend. Nails done, outfit stunner, and my skin, I know it's going to be glowing because I glammed up my shower routine with new Olay Indulgent Moisture Body Wash. It smells so luxurious and moisturizes deep into my skin with its super rich, creamy lather that's bursting with vitamin B3. So my skin glows and my confidence grows. Try new Olay Indulgent Moisture Body Wash for glowing skin in just 14 days.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. I have asthma. I'm at risk, too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low, and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Find a righteous rage and don't be afraid to say what you see. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
And we're talking with Jasmyne Cannick. She is a consultant, a political strategist, and a journalist. She's a fashionista and happens to be my friend. Jasmyne Cannick recently wrote an op-ed about Lizzo's big announcement that she was stepping down. We don't know quitting what, but apparently she's not quitting whatever that was. But tell us how folks can read that op-ed if they want to see it for themselves.
Yeah, sure. They can, excuse me, I'm sorry, just go to social media. Hey, go to the very place, go to the very place that the op-ed's about. So you can go to Twitter. I'm Jasmyne on Twitter. I'm on Threads. Hello, Jasmyne. Same thing with Instagram. Hello, Jasmyne. I'm definitely on Facebook. Yeah, it's definitely caused a lot of people to send me messages and to comment and to talk, which is good, right? Because that's what we should be doing. We should be talking and we should be taking a critical eye to certain issues. And social media is one of those things that we don't really like to have honest conversations about. We really just don't. We wish that social media was this nice, beautiful place where everybody was nice to each other and kind. But it's not, because the reality is what drives social media is drama. People go on there to watch people fighting on TV shows, people fighting in public in real life. People, it's the truth.
I need to do more fighting because I would have more followers.
I would have way more followers too.
Maybe me and you should just did that. Maybe we should fight. Want to fight?
we would probably crack 1,000 at that point, right? and it would keep going from there. Yeah. But that social media has always been full of drama. It is a problem, I believe, for a lot of people. I think, like I said earlier, when you have these younger generations who this is all they know, so this is what they base their life off of, and we've seen tragic stories in the news about young people who couldn't handle what was happening on social media, lack of interaction, too much interaction, committing, suicide and different things like that. So it's a timely conversation because Lizzo is a huge part of social media, and I believe it's what made her famous.
Yeah, I mean, she was a YouTube star, just like Lil Nas X. They start on YouTube and then they cross over into mainstream stardom. And yeah, that's how you got famous. That's how you got rich. And so the sympathy is only goes so far. I mentioned. Go ahead.
No, go.
I mentioned body neutrality before, news, traffic, and sports, because on prevention.com, they had this whole article about how Lizzo told them she's moving from the concept of body positivity to body neutrality, that since she came off tour, she's been exercising and watching her diet so that she could slowly and methodically lose weight. And she's not alone. New York Times just had a big article. They promoted body positivity, then they lost weight. The headline says, do plus-size influencers owe their followers an explanation when their bodies change. You are a plus size influencer. Well, I don't know if you qualify as plus size anymore.
Oh no, I am. I'm plus size still.
Okay, well, I mean, whether you are or whether you're not, like you said, you go up, you go down, and
Yeah.
if you've branded yourself as such, does that mean you're not allowed to reinvent yourself? Or if Lizzo says body neutrality instead of body positivity and wants to be able to celebrate herself at any size, is that her backing off of her commitment to love for bigger people?
I don't think so. So here's a couple of things. One, every week there's a new term to describe something that we already had a term for. Okay, so she's decided that she wants to lose weight and get healthier and whatever in her mind is healthy. That's the same thing a lot of us do, right? And so I never saw Lizzo as one of those people who went online to say, be fat, stay fat, eat whatever you want, do whatever you want. There are plenty of those people who are out there. I think at some point in all of our lives, we do make decisions to do changes, whether it's to glam up more, to wear different clothes. If we want to lose weight, some of us want to gain weight. We
change our hair color. Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't dictate what I decide to do for me based off of social media. I really, really do not. I wanted to lose weight because I had too many people in my family who had to lose limbs, who had very difficult lives because they were diabetics. I don't want that life for me. I think as we talk about generations, right, we look at our parents' generation, our grandparents' generation as Gen Xers, and we're like, okay, these are the things that we don't want. Just like I'm sure younger generations look at us and say, okay, these are the things that we don't want from Gen X. Well, I didn't want diabetes because that would have slowed me down and changed my entire life. And when my doctor sat me down and had that conversation, it was a real conversation. It was a real wake-up call.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, I have to do something different. And I knew what my issue was, right? My issue was emotional eating. I eat when I'm happy. I eat when I'm sad. I eat when I'm mad. And I had to learn to channel that energy into something different. Do I feel like I'm letting people down by losing weight? Absolutely not. I don't even think about it, to be honest with you. And if folks feel let down, well, I'm sorry. I don't have to tell you because I feel great. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love the fact that I'm finally getting to a point where I can look at myself in the mirror and not turn away really quickly and not be disgusted at what I see. Like no one knows that side of things that we only know, right, ourselves when we're at home and we're alone or we're trying on our clothes and stuff. So no, I don't look at Lizzo as leaving her fan base. As a matter of fact, she may be encouraging more people to take healthier steps in their life so that they too don't end up as diabetics or end up with all of these health issues that we know come from certain behavior. Let's not act like we don't know about, diabetes and heart problems and all of that high cholesterol. We know where that comes from. Let's not try to dance around it because we want to be politically correct. Politically correct is telling the truth. And the truth is, can you be overweight and healthy? I'm sure you can, but I bet you can be healthier, not overweight.
Yeah, I mean, for me, people don't know this, but I was diagnosed as diabetic. I don't show up that way now because I've been like a strict health enthusiast for the past 20 plus years since I got that diagnosis. Both my parents have it. So when you talk about why is she eternally, fit, it's because I'm not trying to let diabetes back into my life. I work out most every day. Yeah, I want to be cute. That's part of it. But the bigger part is I don't want to be on insulin. And, both my parents, their deaths were hastened by diabetes. So that's a real big, motivator. And to be honest with you, it's one of the reasons I've pushed back and I've gotten in trouble for this. I did it's on my YouTube, which is Dominique DiPrima Radio, which is, it's called Revenge of the Skinny Bitches, because what I'm talking about is you guys can say that it's just about fashion, it's just about Hollywood, but for me, it's about our people being healthy and not dying. And even if you don't die, living and not having a good quality of life because you can't walk properly or you can't take care of yourself. And so that's why, I want everyone to love themselves, but I also want us to be realistic about what results we get when we do not act as good shepherds of the only body we get.
Absolutely. And everybody has to make that decision for themselves. Some of us get to do it privately, but some of us do it more publicly, like the Lizzos and other folks. Like I did my weight loss journey publicly for two reasons. One, it held me accountable because I knew once people knew, right? It kind of puts a little bit of pressure on you, like, And then two, I did. I use what you got, right? Accountability is real. And obviously I did it for me. And I'll say three reasons. And the third being, it was great to inspire other people. I had friends that joined me on it. I've had, throughout the years, I've had friends that have come to the gym with me, that have gone hiking with me, that have taken up tennis or gone on walks. And now when we say we're going to have a meeting, instead of, meeting at the bar, maybe we go walk around the track and talk about whatever it is we need to talk about, because you're exactly right. It's about your quality of life. This is not like, as Carl Douglas, one of my mentors, Attorney Carl Douglas, always says, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is the life that we have,
real
right?
talk, real talk.
This is where we're at.
Yep. I don't need to live 100 years, but I want to feel good for however many I'm here. We're talking to Jasmyne Cannick and you. This is KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
Don't shave with that, son. You'll get razor bumps.
Nah, Pops. I'm good with Gillette's Skin Guard. How long you been growing that beard anyway? You know Mama hates it.
Yeah, had it since my last wet shave in 77. Got ingrown so bad, looked like I was growing a patch of new noses.
That's why I use the Gillette Skin Guard razor, face scrub, shave gel, and moisturize, so I don't have to worry about new razor bumps or shaving irritation.
Gillette Skin Guard, huh? Your mama's gonna love this one.
JP Morgan Chase is building on the investments in California to help close the racial wealth gap and build a more equitable future. Visit jpmorganchase.com/racial equity and get the tools to help reach your financial goals.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
I feel occasional burning and stabbing in my hands as I age.
I sometimes feel numbness and tingling in my feet as I get older.
It's starting to get in the way of doing what I love.
At Nervive, we hear you, and we can help. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use.
Now that I know, I'm taking control.
Try Nervive Nerve Relief and say yes to healthy nerves. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Watch out! You got me!
The galaxy is safe once again.
In the pretend universe, kids play with pretend guns. In the real world, it's up to us to make sure they don't get their hands on a real gun. If you have a gun in the house, keep it locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
It's a celebration of a living legend. It's the Farewell Tour. It's Maze featuring Frankie Beverly.
Thank you for the love to the
Also featuring the soul icon, Anthony Hamilton. Plus, After 7. It's a Mother's Day celebration, May 12th in the Kia Forum. In commemoration, come in your all white. Get tickets at Ticketmaster. Presented by the Black Promoters Collective.
We're not for everybody, but we're for everybody. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
And we're talking with journalist and advocate Jasmyne Cannick. I'm looking at Entertainment Weekly, and the 3 backup dancers who are suing Lizzo for allegedly sexually harassing them, creating a hostile work environment, put out a statement about her Instagram post, saying, slamming it, of course, saying it was ridiculous. They say it's a joke that Lizzo would say she's being bullied by the internet when she should be taking an honest look at herself. It's just another outburst seeking attention. And she says she continues to blame everyone else for the predicament she is in. She's desperately trying to play the victim. It feels like everybody's stuff is getting exposed. We can say it's allegedly. She's got these 3 dancers and another dancer suing her for hostile work environment, sexual harassment. It seems like every week another person is getting exposed, and it's changing the way they're perceived, right? And their opportunities. I know that Lizzo lost a couple of opportunities based on this lawsuit. They're not coming to top of mind right away. Of course, the one everyone's been talking about is Diddy, right? Sean Combs.
Yeah.
And you sent me an article on my phone, which I hadn't seen this, that his airplay has dropped after these sexual abuse allegations. His lawyers are saying the same thing. It's a witch hunt. It's disproportionate use of force in the raiding of his home. And again, so it's a tough thing. It's like you want people to have due process, and you want to have sympathy for them in their plight. But at the same time, if your brand is, being that B or screwing everybody and being a boss gangster dude that does whatever the F he wants, then it's hard to have as much sympathy when that kind of, backfires on you.
Yeah, I think so. Well, first of all, I just want to give it up for the people still listening to radio, right? We are a special breed of people.
Yeah,
we love the radio.
Thanks for keeping my lights on.
Right, exactly. So when I saw that, I was like, I'm right for radio play. But it wasn't just radio. His streams have gone down too. But here's my thing, going back to what you said. That's a really interesting take, because the question that I posed on social media was like, okay, so is cancel culture going to come for us too? Because we are dealing with the court of public opinion on Diddy as well, right? So when this happened with R. Kelly, we were told that we had to stop listening to R. Kelly music, right? And this time around, if cancel culture tries to tell me that I got to stop listening to Diddy, I'm going to have to stop and think about it. I really, really am. Because I want to know, do we just like rappers who rap about rape and sex trafficking? We're okay with if you talk about it in your lyrics. We're just not okay with it. Yeah, we're just not okay with it if you get actually charged and or convicted.
We only like studio gangsters.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, because I need some consistency here, and then not only that, Diddy's catalog doesn't affect just Diddy. It affects Biggie. It affects Mariah. It affects Mary J. Blige. It affects all of the Gen X icons, because he produced all of those songs. Honey for Mariah Carey, Mace, 112. I mean, I can go on and on and on. So we're going to be forced to stop listening to all of them and stopping to listen to someone's music. And look, this has been a thing I've been struggling with, because I'm trying to figure out where I fall on it.
Okay, well, let me tell you where I fall, because I'm real clear on this,
Okay.
Jasmine. I think it should be we vote with our personal opinions. I don't think there should ever be a ban on Elvis or Jerry Lee Lewis or Woody Allen or any of the other pedophiles, freaks, and gangsters that are in the entertainment industry, or even R. Kelly. I don't think we should ban them from radio. I don't think we should keep them out of stores, keep them out of movie theaters. I don't listen to R. Kelly. It makes me want to throw up. But that's me. I think it should be the personal choice of the consumer. If the consumers don't want to stream Diddy because feeling grossed out by him right about now, that's our choice. I don't think radio stations should have a policy. If they're not playing it because the listeners are not feeling it because of the multiple, seemingly endless stream of negative information coming out about him, and then all of these old clips and interviews and things which seem really ominous in the context of the current allegations, I think this is one place where I would let the market decide.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I need consistency, and I need us to stop being all over the place about things because, at the same time, no, for real, Spotify stopped promoting R. Kelly's music way back when he had his issues, right?
But they still play Elvis.
Thing about their values and this and that. Well, why do your values include, Black women calling each other, being called, the H word and the B word? And why do we promote music that still uses the N word and stuff, but we're going to be mad about this? And so cancel culture for me has always been this really interesting thing that I struggle and I fight against actually, because there's no rhyme or reason to it.
But
it's
cancel culture is BS as a concept. There's accountability.
So
there's no such thing as cancel culture. It's called accountability. You do stuff, there are consequences. That's called karma, life. It's lifing. It's called being a person in the world. You throw something up in the air, it comes down. Oh my God, it's gravity culture. No, it's just what happens when you do stuff. Don't make me cuss on this radio, Jasmine.
Yes and no, Dominique, because we will get mad at something like R. Kelly, but have no problem with Sexy Red. They have no problem with these other rappers who are out here saying horrific things, using horrific languages, as well as horrific images and videos and all of that other stuff. So it's like, I'm like, why would I listen to cancel culture when y'all are okay with this and then want to tell me it's the art? It's the art.
Well, so that's my whole point. If we want to start banning artists based on their criminal records and bad behavior, we'll have almost no one left. Because some have drug charges, some are pedophiles, some are rapists. I'm not saying all artists are like criminals, but a lot of them have criminal problems, whether it be, painters, whether it be filmmakers, directors. It's not just rappers, R&B. I mean, movies, right? So that's why I say this is one place I would let the market settle it. I won't listen to R. Kelly, but I wouldn't ban him from a radio station I owned. If I was Spotify, I think Spotify should keep it available for people to stream. And hopefully people, that will let people's so-called moral compasses and ethics cancel things on their own. I love Michael Jackson. I still listen to Michael Jackson. Evidently, I don't believe those charges because when something really sinks in, no, right now I have no desire to listen to Diddy. Has he been proven guilty? No. Should he have due process? Yes. But my personal creepometer doesn't make me want to listen to him right now.
Yeah, well, look, like I said, when we as a society, as a court of public opinion, can be a little bit more streamlined with how we do these things, maybe I'll jump in and participate. But as of now, I'm with you. Like, I'm out of it. Like, I don't listen to R. Kelly, but that's just because I choose not to listen to R. Kelly. Because even before, way back in the early 2000s when stuff was starting to come out,
Aaliyah.
I was done.
I mean, I'm the only person in America who hasn't seen the urination tape, but I didn't need to see it.
Apparently you are. They were selling it in front of swap meet, girl.
Yeah, I know.
You must be the only one who has
Ricky
not
Harris
seen
was
it.
trying to get me to look at that, and I was like, I don't need that in my mind. But I got the idea. I just didn't want to listen anymore. But I don't want to impose that on someone else.
No, I'm not going with it. As long as Sexy Red is at the top of the hip hop chart. You can't tell me nothing about not listening to Diddy when Sexy Red is at the top of the hip hop charts, okay? Because clearly, when you talk about our moral compass and our values, there's definitely some issues there.
And there's another part, which is memory, right? Because I guess there's a documentary about Elvis right now where they sort of glorify the romance between Priscilla and Elvis, but by today's standards, that is grooming and pedophilia, right?
By today's standards, yes.
Yeah, and it really should have been by yesterday's standards too. But my point is that we know there's a double standard, and that's why I think it's better for us to not ban folks and let the market make its choices.
Yeah, well, if the market makes its choices, Diddy will be just fine. He will be just fine, because at the way we consume music and the way we overlook things in lyrics, we let a lot of stuff go. We really, really do. Even with R. Kelly, I was at a not-to-be-named election party, and the DJ played R. Kelly at a political event here. So,
On that note, got to leave it there. Jasmyne Cannick, thank you so much. It's always fun talking to you.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
You too. Tavis Smiley's up next. He's got a chock full of show. Leaving you with Cicely Tyson, the actress. She says, challenges make you discover things about yourself that you never really knew. I'm Dominique DiPrima. I'll see you on social media. See Jasmyne on social media. I'm at DiPrima Radio, DiPrima, and then radio. I'm also at KBLA 1580. Please like and subscribe. Gerald Horn joins me tomorrow. Until then, one love.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Moore. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. President Joe Biden is set to talk about his record.